Hey, what's going on? My name is Gifaxam and let's play some Stanley Parabola today, alright? Let's jump into it. It's fine.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
Hey,
Orders
that's
came
my
to him
job.
through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
I know, man.
Was happy.
I mean, like, it's fine.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
and stuff.
Something
but
that would forever change Stanley.
that is boring so far.
Something he would never quite
I
forget.
hope that
He
won't
had
be
been
our
at his
job.
desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
What?
instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Everyone to
Never in all his years at the company
Probably just
had this happened.
game on
This
Saturday or
complete
something.
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright. Why am I even put a time in if the clock not shows? I hate Mondays. Okay. Let's investigate. Hello,
All
is
his
everybody there?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's find the meeting room then. That's a very nice good old Windows 95. Let's go. Yeah. I wish, bro. I wish. I think it's Monday because everybody has the Monday cup. Is it the meeting room? Apparently not.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is the game about making decisions? Then I'm not gonna follow this guy, sorry.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, just grab some snacks before the meeting. You know, I'm hungry.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a
We don't
few
have
moments
any
here in this
money.
immaculate, beautifully constructed
It
room.
sucks.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yep. It is a very nice cafeteria, my friend, but...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yep.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really
Yep.
worth it.
Yep. That's what I'm doing right now. Just say it if you have
At
problem with
this
that.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible
you.
that this is why everyone left.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room
Yep.
and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
It's too creepy for me. We just go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. Let's get in before.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all
Nope,
this
I wanna
time.
go this way.
Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that
Probably
convinced that
yes.
I want something bad to
I think
happen
I'm
to
just
you?
an asshole
Why?
or something.
I don't know how to convince you
It's
of
not
this, but
your
I
fault, man,
really
I'm just
do
that
want
way.
to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
I'm
prove
not
it.
interested.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen
let's see.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really
I
have
just
wanted you to
wanna
be happy all this
explore
time?
and it's true.
The problem is all these choices. The two of
Yeah.
us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't
Yep.
you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I
I'm
wanted to
sorry.
stop. We would both be so much happier
What?
if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
That is a really good question. I think we are looking for our co-workers or something.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
What the fuck
I
is this
actually
game?
feel happy.
What happened? Yeah, it is a really nice room, but I really wanna find our co-workers and shit, so let's just
No,
miss it.
wait. Where are you going?
I'm leaving you here. Bye.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I don't want to die. What? Just go back.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me
Yeah.
you won't go back there, Just stay here.
For how long? Yeah, it is really beautiful, but is that all it is in this game? I think I might just found the wrong path or some shit.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Yes.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you? Please, no,
I don't know, man,
Stanley,
we
let
just
me stay
start.
here. Don't take this from me.
I'm sorry,
Please,
bro.
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Goodbye, Kubot!
No! Oh, thank God.
Let's
You
try it
lived.
again.
You had me worried there for a moment. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I wanna progress my burn, and this is my only option. I'm not gonna listen to you.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
No,
Can you do that for me?
of course not.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll
So
throw
far
yourself
it's
from this
very
platform
boring,
over and
yeah.
over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
No,
Am I reading the situation correctly?
no. Okay, you guys haven't missed anything. Apparently, if you're using Bandicam, you have to register, or you get a photo mark on the top of the screen, and you can only record like 10 minutes or something. So, yeah, that's what happened. And turn the
All
lights
of his
on.
co-workers
I hope it's
were
better
gone.
now.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Basically,
had simply missed a
the
memo.
game just restarted. So you have these different endings and stuff.
When
I
Stanley
think we
came
should
to a
just
set of two
fall
open
off his
doors,
voice.
he entered the
sounded
door
really
on his
desperate
left.
before about like our relationship and stuff, like the narrator. Oh, So this is not in.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, let's find out how to solve the dispute. Let it go up, take it. Okay, then I'm not reading it. Fuck you.
Stanley stepped into the broom
now
closet,
we're
but there was
talking.
nothing here, so he turned
What are
around
you talking
and got
about?
back on
Nothing
track.
here. Where's the broom? I can't read it.
There was nothing here.
Alright.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Okay,
No
okay, I
reason
get
to
it.
still be
Yeah,
here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Ooh, this is really cool. Executive bathroom. Serious, I could just live here. Looks so nice. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. But an automation quote. I like it. Okay, just holy moly.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Yes, I wanna know.
What he could not
Finally.
have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and
Yeah.
so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Alright. Thank you, narrator. What was it? To wait.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was
To wait for
2845.
Alright, I'm stupid, okay?
Yet incredibly,
Leave me alone.
by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hi. Is anybody there? Hello? I'm just a pizza guy. Please. I'm scared. What even is this place? What you can tell?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he
I
feel
did
this
it
now,
right in the first
when for
second.
years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Very ambitious.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
Okay.
read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, so I could get into the mind control facility. It sounds really tempting and stuff, but here's an escape sign. What do you guys think? I don't have a coin right now to decide it for myself though. I think I'm just gonna find one. Alright, so head is for escape, and the other one is for going into the mind control facility. Head. Let's go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Right, let's just go back then.
Of course,
I'm not a fan
Stanley thought
of
better
violent
of it
death.
and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Yeah. Hi. I don't know who's watching, but
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I have the strength. Come on, Stanley, we can do this. Let's turn on the camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What was our number? Employee something, I don't know. Probably are here too. But these screens are not that much different. Except for that one. Nothing interesting. Okay. Okay.
This mind-controlled
Just
facility,
random
it was too
buttons.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Probably.
No. He refused to believe it.
Yes.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in
We are
someone
making
else's
our
control?
destiny. Let's go.
Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
No,
Had he truly
not at all.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Let's destroy it.
For
Let's go.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Kind of operating system is it have? Okay, so we should turn it off and end our misery, and probably everyone else too. Or let's just see what this button do.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I'm
After
gonna
they kept
do
you
the
enslaved
work.
all these years,
Yes.
you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is
Yeah.
that what you wanted? Control?
Yes. Let's control.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much
I want
that
to know if
machine
it's
can
that
do.
big. Do you understand?
You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave.
Not.
If you want to throw my story off
That's not
track,
how
you're
we
going to
do it.
have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you realized. He had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event
The
that
what?
this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time
Yeah.
to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what
Okay.
precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk
What does
about
this do?
you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know
Shit.
where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything
So you
and take
are the
back
bad
the
guy
control
after all.
wrested away from you, it's quite
Okay.
rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness,
So,
only 34
literally I just
seconds
can't do
left.
anything, right?
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it on? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why
Yes.
would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Yeah,
You're only
I
still
get
playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Fuck
This is
you.
not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
Can I just turn
Will you
off?
cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
That was fucked up. I thought at least he was a good guy or some shit. Has anything changed or something? Still waiting. Fuck. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fuck you, man. Who are you anyway? Are you real or just in my head?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No chance.
This was not the
Fuck you.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he
Okay,
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, then play.
Yes, truly a room worth
Bye.
admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Not gonna happen.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
What's
foot.
down there?
I'm not your expert, but in his eagerness to
Shit,
prove that he is in
nothing.
control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are
I
very
could have
clever.
seen that before.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
How
it
can
mean?
we stop this monster?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There should be another way. There's no way he could just let us turn the machine off.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm like, sure.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope.